Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advancement Center, the Center for the Advancement of Humanity, a place where the world of magic and miracles, the industry of magic and miracles, and hypersonic magic are spoke about with joy and excitement and infinite possibilities. I'm broadcasting today remotely, once again from my home in Solvang. And as I went for a walk this morning, I had a beautiful experience where I actually could feel myself, as I often do, but to feel myself separated from this physical vessel. I could speak to it from the me that I know, from the me inside of myself, and I could communicate with everything from that place. And it was an awareness, a confirmation of what I'm always experiencing, but to actually, in that moment, feel it so clearly. And I could talk to my body and talk to the fields. And even now, it's still happening. I'm still speaking from that place, even though my physical form is the vehicle for the words to come from my mouth. But it is very clear, the delineation between me and the physical world and my physical being. And I'm so excited to be able to share that, because it's what's coming for all of humanity. The clarity and an awareness that will change everything. So as I continued to walk, I wrote these words on my phone. The world of magic and miracles. Words that describe something that's always been with you every day of your life. In that moment, and all those moments that something miraculous happens in your life. It could be as small as finding a nickel on the ground when you were short 5 cents for a meal, all the way to when your body is telling you that there is a problem. And then out of nowhere, the problem disappears. This world of magic and miracles is a field that always surrounds you and that always looks after you. It cannot be fully explained or understood, but within your awareness and within the essence of your being, you know this place, for it has been with you over the many lifetimes and incarnations on the many different worlds that you have existed upon. That led us and leads me to the industry of magic and miracles, an industry that has been born out of the awareness of the existence of the world of magic and miracles. This industry is more of a way to bring into form, to bring within a structure, the world of magic and miracles, so everyone can use it, so that it becomes as commonly spoken about and used as the automotive industry. And finally, there is hypersonic magic, an energy and a power that is taken directly from the earth itself. By connecting with the ley lines that exist within the earth and around it, and the intersecting points that they create. We can use that power to transform, rebuild, and restore every animate and inanimate piece of life back to its original state of perfection. Stand in the fields and play, or in any piece of land, and listen and feel for those lines and points. They are not static and stuck in one place, even as a map may display them. They are dynamic, and they move with the dynamism that is within you. So just decide to connect, and they will appear wherever you are. And you can tap in freely to what belongs to you and what you brought here to be used by all. There is no process and there is no method. You already know how to do this, for you have done it in many different lifetimes. And there was no method then, and there is no method now. It is and has always been connected to what's inside of you. This is the magic, and what you will see is the miracle. And now I'll share some other things that I wrote. This is called Video Game. Your spirit and the world of spirit are hidden underneath your physical body and behind the veil of this physical world. Each day you awaken, you are immediately immersed in this truth. For the thoughts and feelings that come from your spirit and from the spirit, the world of spirit, are pushed into the background because of this physical aspect of your life that has taken the primary position in your reality. As beautiful and as wonderful as your physical aspect is, when it is the primary focus, it will be subject to the roller coaster ride of ups and downs in every part of your life. Physical ups and downs, mental ups and downs, and spiritual ups and downs. This is because we are separated, not actually separated, for we can never be separated. But it appears as though we are separated from ourselves as eternal spirits and from our Creator, whom we are a part of. It's simply a forgetting that is triggered by the visceral input of a human body and a physical world that always has things for us to think about and things for us to do. It seems as though there is no way to escape the constant demand of the physical body and the life within the physical world. It is like a newborn infant needing constant attention 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, only allowing you to have a short respite in random moments that seem out of your control. But in truth, this feeling of being stuck and powerless to the incessant cry of the physical body and the physical world is just an illusion. But until we are able to live from our true nature of being a spirit, we will continue to experience the powerlessness that comes from the forgetting of who we are. This forgetting brings separation, and the separation brings suffering. It would be like if you woke up every morning and thought you were adopted, until one of those random moments when you would remember that your parents live 1 block away and you just saw them yesterday. In that moment of forgetting, you would encounter great sadness and suffering. It is this feeling of separation and seeing yourself through the view of a human being in a physical world that is the root of all suffering. For how could one suffer when they know the true reality of who they are, an eternal spiritual being, and where they come from, a world of spirit and one with the creator of everything. Every human being is on this path of knowing. Every bad thing, every difficulty and challenge, every achievement and victory, and every high and every low, all are roads along your path to knowing and living your life as a spirit, and from the world of spirit that exists right behind what you see with your physical eyes. Once you can live from this reality, all sadness and suffering will disappear, for everything will be seen for what it is. Circumstances that you wanted to experience for some purpose of growth or healing that you put on your path until it was time to return to your true home, the world of spirit. It's a conundrum because you needed to forget in order to experience the fullness of that thing that you came to experience. For if you knew who you truly were, the experience would only be like playing a video game. We had to go inside the video game to experience everything as real and leave the position of controller or the one watching from outside to truly feel the experience. In actuality, we are still watching, and we still have the control through that aspect of ourselves that is always sitting at the right hand of the Creator. For those who have realized this, they are being taken to the place where they can be both the one in the video game, the physical body, and the physical world, while still being the controller, the world of spirit, and the world of their Creator. They are becoming the masters that have been written about, who have lived on earth while still being in the world of spirit. They came into the physical world to offer great support by helping others see what they had seen and know what they had come to know. This picture that I am painting is coming more and more into focus as the time for remembering and knowing grows closer, and the energies that are being delivered by all those who live in the world of spirit greatly assist and speed up our realization of this return home. It's like when you were kids and we were outside playing all day, and our parents said, "Have fun. Just come back home when the street lights come on." Well, the street lights are coming on. And home is simply the realization that you are an eternal spiritual being who's been outside playing for millions of years, and now it's time to come home and do something brand new. Of course, there are those that want to keep you trapped inside the video game forever so that they may use your power, but they can never win, because in the end, you are still and will always be an eternal spirit, and nothing can ever change that. So those entities have been slowly losing their ability to keep you unaware of who you are and that you are in a video game. Most have left the planet and have been assimilated into energy that is in alignment with unconditional love. But since everyone will not choose this moment to come home when the street lights come on, some of those entities will remain to run the video game for those who still want to experience it. But those of us who see that the street lights are on and are ready to go, those entities have no power over you anymore. They only have power over you when you are in the game. So once again, we are back to choice. And each time the choice is made more clearer so that you can choose it, knowing all that clearly comes with each choice. If you choose to leave, you must not be afraid of anything anymore. And you will continue to live more and more of your life through the world of spirit and less as a player in the video game. If, on the other hand, you choose to stay, everything in the video game of the physical world and your role in it will continue to be very real, and fear, sadness, and suffering will be the dominant emotions that you will continue to experience, all with the purpose of using your energy. But just as when we were kids, when the street lights came on, some of us said, I want to stay and keep playing. And others said, yay, dinner time. I'm hungry and tired. So it will be the same now. This choice is very subtle. It is not just one choice that you are making. It is a million choices every day and every moment that you live your life. This is how you will exit the video game, one choice at a time. Whether it takes a day or 1,000 years is completely up to you. What I am delivering is a part of the energy that is pushing us all forward. It is producing a rift in the program. It is a seismic shift towards the new world, and it is being felt everywhere. Let us all celebrate the freedom that is coming from the clarity of these words. Raise a glass and toast one another for the coming of this day and for what is coming next. For we are being prepared for the magnificence that is about to come out of each one of us, something that cannot be believed until we actually see it for ourselves. Cheers, everyone. Congratulations to us all. And this is titled Humor and Lightheartedness. We must always find the humor and lightheartedness in everything that we experience. In every awareness of life, there must be an awareness of the absurdity, mischievousness, humor, and lightheartedness that exists within everything. In my world of knowing myself as an eternal spiritual being, part of an energy that we call Source or God, an energy that has created everything that we see with our human eyes and everything that we see with our spiritual eyes, everything that we use our 5 senses to experience, everything that is a part of this construct of reality that has been created for us to experience. All of this is laden with humor and lightheartedness. In one moment, you might feel the sacredness of what I am expressing, and in the next, the complete levity of being aware of an energy that has created all that I just expressed. It has always been our sense of humor and our not taking ourselves too seriously that has allowed us to walk past secluding ourselves in a cave in the Himalayas or sitting with our legs crossed and eyes closed, meditating for hours. That sense of humor has helped us overcome the pain and suffering that was really just an experience of pain and suffering. For in the eternal existence of everything, there is no pain and suffering. And there you go, a riddle, a conundrum, a joke, another moment to trigger your sense of humor, yet while at the same time contemplating that it is all true. And even those who have not yet awakened to the reality of being an eternal spirit, those living in their own minds solely in the physical, having the physical world as their primary reality or their only reality, they must also always keep humor and lightheartedness near them so that they can overcome the challenges of a life governed by laws and rules. Things like gravity and things that your physical body require you to do on a daily basis in order to survive. And without a sense of humor, you can be constantly overcome by all the difficulties that you must face as a physical being in the physical plane. And in your seriousness as a physical being, you may find yourself driven to achieve wealth and material things, driven to achieve fame, fortune, or simply to be recognized, noticed, and respected. But in the pursuit of these, you will easily begin to take yourself too seriously. And it is only your sense of humor that will pull you back from the brink of your own self-destruction. It is a great gift to laugh at it all, and most importantly, to laugh at yourself, to wonder with a laugh and a smile and an inquisitive look, what the hell am I doing here? And then say, oh, I know, and get on with it. The humor releases the self judgment and the judgment of others from your world and allows you to have those two great companions, compassion and empathy, riding along with you as you have a laugh at it all. And although almost all who live in the physical world as their primary world would say, but life and death are serious business. From the world that I live in, life and death are just experiences that we get to have. And even though they seem like the beginning and the ending of something, we are beginningless and we are endless. So we are never born and we never can die. We just keep changing forms. Therefore, we are boundless and we are timeless. And because of this, there is no suffering and there is no pain, only gratitude for having had the experience. As it is said, and I have experienced, it is better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. So we take it all in and experience it all and watch those moments when we take ourselves a little too seriously, when we take the moment a little too seriously. And then we must remember to inject a little humor and lightheartedness into that moment and feel the world of perfection return everyone back to feeling themselves as something too grand, something too expanded, something too infinite to be stuck in a moment of seriousness. So we are beyond seriousness, but we can visit it. We are beyond analysis, yet we can visit it. We are beyond cause and effect, yet we can visit it. And we are beyond logic, but we can visit it. But in the end, we are beyond all these things. And when we return back to that place of awareness, the laugh begins to trickle out, and the heart radiates a joy, and the mind slips into calmness, and peace is the result. But it is humor and lightheartedness that leads the way back to the true you, and they will never let you down. They are your constant companions, your best friends, like the friends of the people who become famous, who go back to their old neighborhood and their old friends, who are quick to use humor and lightheartedness to remind them of who they were and where they came from. Humor and lightheartedness are those friends that do the same for us. They remind us of who we are and they take us back to where we came from. And they allow you to let the coat of seriousness that you had to put on to impress others come off in the comfort of their loving care. So we can all drop all the seriousness and the emotional tears that can overtake us in those moments of seriousness. So with humor and lightheartedness, we get to laugh until we cry, tears of joy, and let us remember to always look on the bright side of life. Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle. That's the thing. and always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin. Give the audience a grin. Enjoy it. It's your last chance anyhow. So always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke is true. You'll see it's all a show. Keep 'em laughing as you go. Just remember that the laugh lasts. Laugh is on you. Here we go. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. I mean, what have you got to lose? You know you come from nothing. You're going back to nothing. What have you lost? Nothing. Always look on the bright side of life. Cheer up, you old bugger. Come on, give us a grin. Always look on the bright side of life. There you are. See? Always look on the bright side of life. Now let us all exit the video game. Get taken to a place of humor and lightheartedness over all of it, while at the same time feeling the amazing and amazement and grandeur of who we all are, the expanded us that lives everywhere, that is all places at all time, and is always looking on the bright side of life. Cheers. Wishing you, as always, the most perfect life with perfect health and a magic future. Thank you for joining me. I am David.